In this video, I will explain the concept of break-even analysis. So we will start with these questions. What is break-even analysis? Formula of break-even analysis, break-even chart, construction of break-even chart, margin of safety, angle of incidence, and limitations of break-even point. So we will try to address these questions in this video. And so what do you mean by break-even analysis? So the definition of break-even analysis is the process of calculating the number of units of a good or service a company must sell to cover all of its cost. Suppose a car manufacturing company, so this is a car manufacturing company, is going to set up a plan to manufacture the cars in a country. So let us take the country to be in India. So for setting up the plan, they need to acquire land and to construct hire workers and a lot of things. They need to incur a lot of cost to set up a factory. So let that cost be F. Okay, so it can run into some billions, maybe some 100 crores or thousands crores. If it is a big company, they may be spending around 100 or 1,000 crores. Okay, so that means they have total made an investment of 1,000 crores. So how many units of vehicle they need to sell to recover that 1,000 crores? For example, for if they are selling 1 unit of car, maybe for example for some 20 lakh. Okay, and so first I told you about the fixed cost, therefore setting up the factory and all other things and making this. So this is the selling price. So this is 20 lakh. That is the selling price. So to make this, suppose it incurs a cost around maybe 10 lakh. Okay, so this is called the variable cost, right? So that means the total cost will be equal to, for example, the number of units sold is X. So the total cost will be F plus this variable cost. Let it be VC into X. So okay, this is the variable cost. This is the total cost incurred. And suppose you are selling, so let this be selling price, that is 20 lakh. So total revenue it earns is selling price into X. Okay, so when this will be equal, so the total revenue you have got by selling the X units of vehicle, if it is equal to the total cost, that is the fixed cost plus variable cost into X, so then we will say that we have achieved break even. So that means we have recovered all the invested cost. This is we have made it very simple. We have not accounted for the time value of money, which is also an important factor. For this case, we are considering only this one. We are not taking into account the time value of money. So break even, you can write it as X will be equal to F divided by the selling price minus variable cost. Okay, this will be your number of units, that is the break even number of units. So this is another formula. So see, better we can use the formula. This is F by P minus V. Okay, so P is the selling price of each unit, V is the variable cost, just like we have seen earlier, and F is the fixed cost. So let us look at the chart now. So in the chart, you can see the x-axis, here you have the units, and the y-axis you have the cost. So this part, let us see. So this line, you can see this line, see this line, okay. So this here corresponds to the fixed cost, right? And above this, so that means for each unit sold you have a cost. So you can draw a line like this, so it will be like this. So this will be the fixed cost and this will be the, see, so for each units you have a cost, so this will be your cost, that is the total cost line. So that means here if you are making 10 units, if you have sold 10 units, then the total cost will be this fixed cost plus 10 into variable cost. This will be the total cost line. And you are selling this price, you see, you are selling the product. So that means, so the total revenue you earn will be selling price into X. Okay, so this will be drawn like this. Okay, this will be drawn like, and this point corresponds to the break-even point. So this is the break-even point. That means in this region, if you look at this region, so below this number of units, you are incurring loss, and above this unit, above this number, you are getting profit. So this is why here it is profit and here it is loss, and this is your break-even point, and this is the total cost, and this is the sales. Okay, suppose consider a scenario here like this, and this your revenue is like this. So that means this is not going to meet this total cost line. That means the company will never be able to recover the cost. So in that case, the company can make a decision to wind up its operations in that particular region. So what are the limitations of break-even analysis? So the break-even point is difficult to determine in many cases due to market condition, because market condition may not remain constant over the range of projected capacity. So that means we have drawn a a line like this, that is the revenue earned, but this will not be like this, because it can be, so initially the revenue will be very high, after that it can drop, sometimes it can become stagnant, like that it goes on like this. So it is very difficult to predict the market at different ranges of the projected capacity. And also the total cost line representing the summation of variable cost and fixed cost need to be a straight line, but actual cost need not be a straight line. It can be, so we have also drawn the fixed cost line like this straight line, but it can be like this and it can be like this. Okay, and also the break-even analysis chart presents difficulties when an enterprise produces a variety of products. We have taken into account only one single product here, but if the company has got several products, for example the car may be manufacturing sedan, hatchbacks, a lot of other types of vehicles, so it is difficult to calculate the break-even point when the company is manufacturing a variety of products.